Alright, Big D6 here. Bought this from PWCC on November 13th for $960. Beautiful gold shimmer PSA 9 Joe Burrow. Sold it just this past week for $1,500. Welcome back to the Football Card Quest, guys. Andy here, coming at you with the top takeaways and the top football cards going up after yesterday's two games. The Chiefs won, the Eagles won last night, the favorites both won, but how is that affecting their cards? Which of their cards specifically are going up, and what can we learn from it? Because there's some other major takeaways you guys need to hear right now that are big. They're going to have implications for next season. Plus, we got two games today. I want to give you my top plays for. Plus, before the end of the video, I want to give you the best flips of the week from around the Quest Nation and what we can actually learn from those, because there's so many different variables between the player and where they're at in their career, the team they're on, their athletic profile, their role, and then the actual card. There's so many different rookie cards for any one player, so we got to look at specific examples of where people bought in at, where they sold, and why, and what happened, and what can we learn from that. So, let's dig in. Despite a serious Patrick Mahomes injury scare in the first half, the Chiefs were able to escape Saturday's divisional round with a 27-20 victory over the Jaguars, winning that turnover battle in the second half. Outside of figuring out the extent of Patrick Mahomes' lower leg injury, it looks like a high ankle sprain. The Chiefs will now turn their attention towards today's game, Buffalo Bills versus the Cincinnati Bengals, to find out who their opponent's going to be in the championship game. The Jags will now turn their attention to the offseason after an extremely successful season with first-year head coach Doug Peterson and second year for Trevor Lawrence and Travis Etienne. They improved their win total by 6 games and won a playoff game. Tremendously successful. And while Patrick Mahomes' performance gutting through an ankle injury was impressive in its own right, and you could see this stained glass and you're thinking, whoa, stained glass that sold for less than $350, be sure to always look for that RP and look for reprint in the description. If it looks like it's too good to be true, guys, it probably is. You can notice that his PSA 8 base downwards is pretty much as good as a raw card, selling for between $150 and $180. If we look at his graded card market, that base optic PSA 10 that has that massive 3700 pop report is definitely gone up. The interesting thing is, depending on the timing of your auction, heading into the game, you're actually seeing your best sold data. But then that scary ankle injury, if you had your auction ending after the game Saturday night, you can see the decrease in value. But nevertheless, his Score college uniform with that RC shield, important to note, still selling for around $40. Cards like Rookie of the Year from Contenders. There's an HGA 9.5 Prism selling for almost $2,000 in a buy it now. There's the raw Donruss rated rookie that we're talking about, selling for about $150, $160. And even a base playoff rookie card, but in a PSA 10 condition, that's important to note there, sells for $400 in a buy it now. Travis Kelce was the game's best offensive performer, finishing with a career high 14 receptions from 17 targets for 98 receiving yards and 2 touchdowns. He picked up 7 first downs on the day and finished with 2.88 per yards per route run, which is an absolute elite statistic. And check out this black Travis Kelce rookie auto, numbered out of 199. This is 2013 rookie class, guys. $247. Pretty sick Crown Royal card with a color match going for $90, numbered out of 99. Here's a gold die cut numbered out of 25 in PSA 8 condition. Very hard to grade that card, so definitely hurt the value there, but pretty sick card. Crown Royal, not one of the top sets, but there is a lot of fans and collectors that like the Crown Royal. Just die cuts never seem to get as much value. If you look at his most iconic cards, it's definitely this Topps Chrome. Here's a base Topps Chrome, but PSA 10, $180. Extremely respectable for a skill position player, but he is the all-pro, one of the best tight ends to ever play the game. Check out the short print retro, 1989 Score retro from 2013, a very popular card. They made some short print parallels of it. This one's the blue. It's also PSA 10. They put Pop 2 in the title here. This sold for $3,000 earlier today, Sunday, January 22nd. So ultimately you can see like this sepia out of 99, refractor with the iconic Under Armour photo from the photo shoot his rookie year, 699 PSA 9 condition. Very popular card, arguably the most popular card from his rookie. You can see looking at the most sold graded Travis Kelce cards in the past 30 days. We're looking at the Prism, the Topps Chrome, and that retro scorecard right there. You can see that base card. Only a population of 382, 328.9, so a little bit over 50% gem right there. And you can see the 177.50 resale value on the PSA 10. Now, even in a loss, Jaguars running back Travis Etienne had a very notable day, guys, picking up 62 rushing yards from 10 carries in addition to 3 receptions for 18 yards. Most impressively, Etienne forced 5 missed tackles, which enabled him to 41 yards after contact. So you love to see the role, the usage in both the rushing and receiving game, and then the forced missed tackles. The yards created after contact are huge. This is what creates a lot of hype for running backs. The young man is incredibly explosive. Virtually, this was his rookie year, so heading into his second year next year with Trevor Lawrence, there should be a lot of hype. I will be targeting him throughout the offseason. I will have saved searches on eBay for his rookie cards, notably 2021 rookie ticket auto Travis Etienne or rookie optic auto Travis Etienne. You can see the sold data across the board. Look at what someone paid for 5 out of 5. Etienne, Trevor Lawrence from Clemson. Got the college shower narrative going here between these guys. 2021 immaculate dual auto 5 out of 5, $436 sold. In auction too today after they've been eliminated. So a little bit mistimed on some of these auctions in my opinion. This one did sell for one bid for $185. Really sick. Got that steel finish on the background, red out of 13. Love the optic rookie ticket autos from 2021. This one sold for $185. Very respectable resale value again here for the silver optic rookie ticket auto. Little residual effects of how well he performed yesterday against the Chiefs. Now, while we're on running backs, we cannot move on before talking about Isaiah Pacheco because his first playoff performance was mighty impressive. He totaled 95 rushing yards from just 12 carries en route to a 70-plus PFF rushing grade on first review. He also forced 1 missed tackle and picked up 2 explosive runs on the day, runs over 15 yards. And with his limited rookie card supply, you can see that even something like this from Elite, non-serial numbered here, will sell for $40 or $50 for this young man. He's incredibly explosive. Check out this one from XR. Love the design here, but it's just not quite as popular as some of the big sets like Mosaic or Base Donruss, soon to be released around Super Bowl time. However, this one numbered out as 75, still sold for $102 in auction last night. The Panini Instant selling for around $30 to $40. Here's another XR Blue out of $199, closing in auction Friday night for $105. Now, over in our Discord server, we got to shout out Chad Dyer and James88. They made some incredible flips on Chad Henne because when Patrick Mahomes went down, Chad Henne stepped in and led the Chiefs down the field for a touchdown. And all of a sudden, the hype went through the roof for this guy who could be starting in the playoffs for one of the biggest teams in the NFL, the Chiefs, Super Bowl favorites. And the term anything is possible was coined 2 years ago in the playoffs against the Cleveland Browns. And once again, if you had these listed, you had them ready to go, you were able to flip them for a double or triple up, which is exactly what these guys did. Now, real quick, if you guys are new here, don't forget you can access that Discord server, join the community of vetted members that are very passionate about football cards, that have a very high knowledge level and experience level when it comes to both collecting and investing and flipping football cards. Plus, we do other football card analysis in there. Plus, we've got access to the Keep 'em Football Card Prices web app where we track all of the graded football card sales through eBay. Plus, we do monthly giveaways, weekly articles, and more. Check it out. Description below. Patreon.com/footballcards. Now back to the action. Absolute domination. That's what occurred in the city of brotherly love last night as the top-seeded Eagles destroyed the number 6 seed Giants 38-7. With the win, the Eagles advanced to their first NFC Championship game since 2017 when they won the Super Bowl. They'll host either the 49ers, the Dallas Cowboys, depending on today's game, which we'll get to in a second. And even though Jalen Hurts wasn't 100% healthy, he still managed to put up a 112 quarterback rating, including getting 154 yards through the air, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, 6.4 yards per attempt, and carried the ball 9 times for 34 yards with a touchdown as well. Check out this PSA 10 downtown optic that sold for $2,250 earlier this morning. There's the Phoenix Fireburst PSA 10 selling for $75, and what we know is the precursor to prices going up is volume. As more and more cards are sold, and there's a lot from 2020 guys. The guy's got solid draft capital. He is from the 2020 class where they have a ton of different rookie cards. He's got approximately 3,500 different rookie cards. So there's going to be a ton of volume of raw and graded cards in the market. But as that's sold to more and more collectors and people that don't really plan to resell, but more so want to collect and stash this guy or put him on their wall, then the prices absolutely will go up. And that didn't actually sell for $4.99. Some of those you got to cap. You got to make sure you look at that best offer accepted right there and pop over to 130point.com and search it and see what it went for. But here's a PSA 9 Prism that sold for $40.50. Let's pop over to our web app here and we'll look at what the most recent transactions are for Jalen Hurts Prism PSA 10, which is his flagship card from 2020. Most of these guys, for premium base card, it is their Prism or their optic. They both get pretty much equally the same amount of love. A lot of Prism PSA 10 fans out there. That card now getting up to $165 and buy it now. You can see all the buy it now. That's the immediate, gotta have it now, want to get it, and don't want to wait. If you can look at the auction from last night, $160.50. Very smart timing there. You can see that sold for just as much as the buy it nows, if not a little bit more. These definitely still have room to go up. It's a 1,900 pop on the PSA 10, 3,400 pop on the PSA 9. So it's much harder to get 9s on this card if you're looking at the raw cards. You can see there's even 434 8s. So that adds an additional premium. You can see the big difference there between the 9s and the 10s. That adds a big premium when we're talking about the 10s because they're harder to get. Now, Dallas Goedert was the star of the Eagles offense last night, finishing with an 86.7 PFF grade on first review. He's a fifth-year tight end. He had 154 passer rating when targeted as he caught all 5 of his targets for 58 yards and a one-handed touchdown. James Bradbury also had a career night against the Giants, which just so happened to be a revenge game for him. He picked off Daniel Jones for a critical interception, and he only allowed a 16.7 passer rating when targeted. Now, the great Travis Kelce's brother, Jason Kelce, is an absolute all-pro, going to go down as a Hall of Fame center, plays for the Eagles. It's just so incredible. Both these guys are having so much success in their NFL career. Look at the autographs from Jason Kelce and how much they sell for, and the action this weekend. $110 for this out of 99 here from 2020. Not even a rookie at all, but just for the autograph of the great Jason Kelce. Check out this tie-dye Prism auto out of 25 for 100. And check out this National Treasure signature out of 49 for 63. Really nice cards. You can see a lot of people will spend 3 figures for his autograph, short print, serial numbered cards. Now, if you didn't have those Daniel Jones or those Trevor Lawrence cards listed, or any of the other skill position players from the losing teams like Saquon or some of the other guys, then you want to hold those. Absolutely, especially when it comes to Daniel Jones and Trevor Lawrence, because there's going to be a lot of hype for these guys going into next season, right? We got to figure out what they're going to do with Daniel Jones in terms of a new contract or maybe putting the franchise tag on him, but he has certainly played really well this year under new head coach Brian Daboll for the Giants to keep him. And the same thing can be said for Trevor Lawrence. Fans are going to be excited for next season. Collectors, investors are also going to be excited for these guys. You got to hold them at this point, stash them, divert your attention to the other guys left in the playoffs, or start getting those wheels and those searches going, and just be patient. It's important to be patient because you will find your best deals in auction, but you have to wait for those auctions to pop up maybe this upcoming week or the next week and capitalize on them. Now let's look at my favorite pick'em plays for the games later today real quick using Underdog Fantasy, and let's look at the best flips of the week from other users around the Quest Nation and what we can learn from those. Guys, don't forget we are partnered with UnderdogFantasy.com, and promo code QUEST for new users will get you a 100% instant deposit bonus up to $100. Instantly, guys, instantly, a free $100. If you put in 100, you can put in 10, get a free 10 right away. They have drafts that you can do for the games today, specifically $5 and $10 entries that have a lot of prizes associated with them, guys. You could potentially win some pretty serious money here. First place on this one, $4,000 for a $10 entry. They also have what's called pick'ems, which is the player props over under. For example, Burrow at Buffalo, 0.5 interceptions, very fragile. I like to go with ones that I can control a little better. I think this game is absolutely going to turn into a shootout with some of the secondary components on Buffalo injured out of the game. Micah Hyde, DeMar Hamlin. We are going to go over on the Joe Burrow passing yards. He's got a 298.5 total yards. I'm going to go with that one because I do think he is going to rush the ball a little bit as well when needed. So when I look at Jamar Chase, if I think Burrow is going to go over 298.5. Last time in the Buffalo matchup, T. Higgins was absolutely going to smash this line of 65.5. So we're going to go over on T. Higgins. Then we're going to drop down here to Josh Allen and look at his lines. He's got 2.5 total touchdowns. I think he definitely surpasses this, so we're going to go higher on that. That's between rushing and throwing. James Cook has a line of 8.5 receiving yards. We are absolutely going to go higher on that as well. That's pretty much one reception. I know it's kind of fragile, but it's a very easy line to get. And then we got Stephon Diggs at 6.5 receptions, 82.5 receiving yards. And then you got playoff Gabe Davis with the 57.5 receiving yards. If you're going over on the touchdowns for Josh Allen, there's a good chance that one of those could easily come in a 57.5 receiving yard game for Gabe Davis, or 82.5 for Stephon Diggs. I'm going to go with the higher on 6.5 Stephon Diggs receptions, and all of a sudden we've got a slip put together. We could put in $5. With that 5 picks together, we can get a potential payout of $100. Then you could drop down and put you in a slip for the Dallas-San Francisco game tonight. So the first flip of the week comes to James88. Shout out to him for meeting Ja from Sports Card Investor at a card show in South Florida where he was promoting something for SGC, and James was able to sell a football card to Jeff for a nice profit. He bought this card off of James right here for a $25 profit. Undisclosed how much James paid for this card, but knowing James, he got a really good deal on this Chronicles SGC 9. Prime out of 25 was able to capitalize on the Joe Burrow hype, and Joff at the card show making a nice little cash transaction with the SCI man himself. This was a nice little flip. Going back to the wild card round here, our guy Chad bought this in a U pick, found the Skylar Thompson that was starting for the Miami Dolphins, 7th round draft pick from the Miami Dolphins rookie quarterback, taking advantage of that rookie hype, playoff team, 7-12. Miami Dolphins made it interesting there against the Bills for a little while. He bought it for $7.12, turned around and flipped it for $20 on the day of the playoff game. Big D6 here, bought this from PWCC on November 13th for $960. Beautiful gold shimmer PSA 9 Joe Burrow. Sold it just this past week for $1,500, making him a nice little $500 profit on this card. Taking advantage of that playoff hype, the scarcity, got it in a slab. Wonderful flip here. All right, now back to Chad from the wild card weekend. He got this Skylar Thompson Mosaic Silver with the Mosaic, $15. turned around and flipped it for $49.95. Nice triple up, Chad. And you guys saw my Prism Silver Daniel Jones from a mail day just a few weeks ago. I've been talking about buying Daniel Jones for so many weeks now, towards the end of this season. Bought this card in auction for $18.50, $25 out the door. Turned around and flipped it for $55 plus a charge shipping, so nice double up there. Tony's Cards 03, a Daniel Jones collector, but has a nice little red yellow short print optic here. Rookie that he bought for $6 and turned around and flipped it using the playoff hype for $21.95. Really nice flip here, Tony. Ray Finkel gets this flip of Brock Purdy, the missing leg Brock Purdy here from Mosaic. Bought this base Mosaic for $35 on Jan 7. Turned around and flipped it after the wild card win for $80. Benefit of having that card listed in a buy it now, ready to go, man. Saturday night wild card round win, $80. This quick flip belongs to Jay Wright. Beautiful color match orange Pulsar Prism 10 here, Jamar Chase rookie card. Sold it within a week, and you're probably wondering, how did he do that? Well, he bought it on eBay and sent it to the eBay vault. So it was an easy buy it for $561, sell it for $875. Fantastic $300 profit here. Shout out to you, Jay Wright. And another classic dude on the quest, Raven Invest, always grinding that C flips. Bought some base Micah Parsons here from 2021 Mosaic for 30 and 60 cents. Turned around and made a really good profit margin on these cards, selling them after the playoff win over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Speaking of the Dallas Cowboys, this one goes back to James88. Check out this Nuclear Elements Dak Prescott here, non-rookie card, 2021. It's the HGA 9.5 slab. The same day he got this card in the mail after paying $68, he sold it for $200. Incredible over double up flip here from James. Very nice job, sir. All right, and the final one goes to Sunday Sports. He bought this PSA 10 base Mosaic Joe Burrow rookie card. That's what's important, man. The rookie card shield and that PSA 10 gray. Got it for $50, sold it for $80. Getting his feet wet in the market. He's very new to the market, but he's taking the advice we're giving him here. He's in the Discord. He's learning from the best of the best. He's accelerated his learning curve, and he's already realizing some nice profit here. Good job, Sunday Sports. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something. Let me know what questions this raises for you down in the comments section below. And if you have any video ideas or feedback you'd love to leave me for video ideas this off season, let us know in the comment section below. I hope you enjoyed the games today, and we'll be back tomorrow with my man Carter Bryant. He's got some big news to share with us, and we're going to be going immediate takeaways from today's games and top players going up and other evergreen hobby football card content. Football cards all day, every day, baby. Peace.